Alright, so welcome back. In this lesson we're going to be going over the G minor scale and how to play in that key. By this time you already know how to play in the G major scale, so we're not going to go over that. We've already learned that in our previous courses. The G minor scale, once again, is G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. Basically you're flatting the third, flatting the fifth, and flatting the sixth of the key of G major. So that's the only difference between that and the major key. However, these two scales are completely different. They're radically different, as we're going to see and discuss below. Major scales are, what we've usually played in, easy to play in, but minor scales can come in several different forms. In what's known as the Aeolian minor scale, or a natural minor scale, which is the one that we usually use, the one chord is going to be your minor chord. So let's say the key of G minor. Your two chord is going to be diminished. Three chord is going to be major, four chord is going to be minor, five chord is going to be minor, usually it's minor, but sometimes it can be major when we're playing. Six chord is major, and then seven chord is major as well. So G minor is actually the relative key of B flat major. So you'll notice that all of the chords here correspond to the key of B flat. So you can think about this in two ways. You can think about it like you're playing in the key of B flat major, or think about it like you're playing in the key of G minor. Either way, it's the same thing because the same rules are going to apply and the same notes are going to be played. In fact, the notes of the G minor scale are the same notes as are found in the key of B flat major. There's two flats in this key, just like there are in G minor. So in a major scale, remember, of course, the one chord is major, two is minor, three is minor, four is major, five major, six is minor, and seven is diminished. So that's an easy way to think of it there. It's like you're playing in the key of B flat, where your seven would be A minor or A diminished, whereas here your two is A diminished. The same chords, just a different thought, a different way to think about it. Alright, so go ahead and play exercise song number 1. Practice those. It goes 1. Notice these are all minor. 4, 5 is minor, lower, they're all lowercase, so another minor chords. Exercise song 1. Let's go ahead and do song number 3, which has it with the sevenths. Okay, when we're actually playing, a lot of times the 5 is going to be a major too. That song Shackles by Mary Mary, a little bit almost the same chord progression there. Let's go ahead and do song number 4, exercise song 4. Turn some of them into ninths. Notice our 5 chord here we did not turn into a ninth. Let me show you why. Let's put a ninth in here. Sounds okay, but doesn't really sound completely 100% right. The reason is there's no E in the key of G minor, and you're playing an E. So in some songs it may sound good and some it may not. In that place right there, I didn't think it sounded that bad, but some songs it may not sound good. Alright, so let's go ahead to the next page in your study info, exercise song 1 for the 1, flatted 6, 4, and 5 chords. Okay, so we have playing your minor 1, minor 6, or your flatted 6, which is E flat, your 4, and then to your 5, which we have as a major chord. Alright, and then you just go through, add the sevenths, you know how to do that. You should already know these chords. I'm not going to go through and explain every note here. Then just go ahead and add the ninths, you know. Just kind of added some advanced chords here to show you how we can do that in minor keys. We did the 7 flat 9 there. Alright, so a couple little tricks we can do in songs like that. And of course there's the song More Love, More Power. Just a real simple version there. I mean, you can, those are just the basic chords there, of course. Go through and actually listen to the song and play it with the song. I think they actually modulate a couple times, but that's just to show you an example of a song that has most of the chords from a minor key in it. Another one there is Can't Stop Praising His Name. And of course, we've already learned that in a previous course in 102, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on explaining what we're doing there, but just a little vamp there, just G minor to F and C minor to B flat on your minor vamps. Another progression that's a good one to put in memory is the 1, 2 diminished, 5 progression. Okay, so in the next couple exercise songs, you'll see those G minor to A diminished and to D, and then after that we make it a little more complicated, G minor 7 to A minor 7 flat 5. Okay, exercise song 4, we take it a step farther, G minor 9 to D7 flat 9, or you could even do D7 sharp 5 sharp 9 to G minor. Those two chords are really interchangeable. Go ahead and practice all the inversions for those. Those sevenths in key of G minor be real helpful. And of course, these same concepts that we're playing here, you want to probably apply them to other keys, take them and play them in all the other minor keys, because this course is not going to go over every single minor key. So you're going to need to go on your own and practice these same concepts in other keys. Go ahead and run over My God Is More Than Enough. My God is more than enough. All of me. That's just a basic version of it, you know. Be honest, I actually played that a little bit different in our church. We don't, I wasn't throwing in all the fancy stuff, fills and runs that we do there. Wasn't meant to be an in-depth explanation of what God is more than enough and all the ways you can play it, but that's just a way to show you how we play in minor keys. Now, you notice we went to the 4, 9 right there. Be honest, when I'm playing this song in my church, we don't even play it as a C minor 7. We play it as a C9 throughout the whole song. That D7 flat 9 I use as a D7 sharp 5 sharp 9. You can do either one. What we're doing here is I'm just trying to show you, without getting really, really complicated, how to play in a minor key. Okay, so these are the main chords that you would use in a minor key. You'd normally go to a minor 7, but a lot of times in Pentecostal gospel music, we'll turn the 4. Even though we're playing as the minor 1, we'll turn the 4 into a major, some kind of dominant 7th usually, instead of a minor. You hear the difference? Alright, so that's what we're doing there, and then of course the minor pentatonic scale is what goes with that, and that is G, B flat, C, D, F, G, okay? Alright, just nice and slow there. That's how to do the G pentatonic scale, just G, B flat, C, D, F, G, B flat, C, D, F, G. And your fingerings, you can find that in the study information, the correct fingering. Basically, you're just playing your flatted 3rd, you're playing your 1 flatted 3rd, your 4, your 5, and your flatted 7th. And if you want to make it sound jazzy, what I was doing there, you saw, you can throw in your D flat. Otherwise, you're playing it. Okay. Make up different fills and runs, different exercises to do to teach yourself to play it better. That's basically what that is. But there's different ways to play it. We'll go over that more in future courses. More fills and runs. So you can use the G minor pentatonic scale pretty much anytime you're playing in the key of, anytime you have a G minor chord, or anytime you're playing in the key of G minor, you can use it throughout the song. That's kind of how that works. So, and the G minor pentatonic scale can also be used like whenever you have a G minor chord. C minor can be used whenever you have a C minor chord. Generally speaking, usually. Make sure it sounds good. Sometimes there might be an exception. And D minor, same way, can be played. The D minor pentatonic scale, and it seems like you just can't hit a wrong note when you use it. So, real good chords, real good scales to put in your head. And anyways, hope this lesson's been a blessing to you. If you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, contact me, and God bless. We'll see you back here for your next lesson.